Okay, we're starting the head gasket project. The hood so far was a pain in the butt to get off. It would probably be a lot easier with two guys lifting it off. But this little makeshift pulley thing I got going here, it wasn't exactly on center. The hood goes on this side of the plate. And as you can see, it's tapered, but it's got some lips on it on the bottom. They were catching on everything. Just being careful not to hurt this. You don't want to hurt the radiator. So here it is. Pretty simple. 12-volt generator, carburetor, exhaust, air filter. It's an oil bath, oil filter. The choke is kind of feeling weird, so I'll probably put a stronger spring on that or something, or straighten out the arm. It's kind of, as you can see, a little bit warbly looking, like it's been beat up pretty good. But yeah, the choke comes out and then falls right back in. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. It probably is, but you can't pull it all the way out because it gets to there and hitting on something. Anyway, we'll straighten that out on its way back together. I'm wondering if this battery needs to be this big, but it definitely needs a mount. And I'd also like to figure out how to put an amp meter on here and mount that over here in the dashboard somewhere, even if I have to cut a new hole. I'd be willing to do that so that I know what's going on with the charging system. And then I'll have 100% gauges on it because there's nothing else, unless I want to get into the hydraulics and pressure and heat and all that, but I don't think that's necessary. There's the distributor and the regulator, and that's the entirety of the electrical system. Well, almost. We've got this up here too. The starter. There we go. The starter regulator switch. I think the battery is hooked to this here. The lights weren't even hooked up, so I would like to do that. This looks like a quickie job there. But it looks like it'll hold. I didn't have any problem getting the thing off and on. Like I said, I'm going to do some looking and see about putting the lights on. And then I'll need a light switch too. So I think I saw another hole in here somewhere in the dash. But nope, guess not. I don't know. This is supposedly for turning off the generator. That's what the kid told me. So I don't know if that means. I haven't really thought about it. It might be the on-off switch. If you don't turn it off when it's not running, it'll drain the battery. Anyway, I've been turning it off per the kids' instructions. We'll see once we get it running what's going on. I'll do some testing. Got to look at the brakes someday. Got two different wheels on it. This one has these deep dish thingy bobbers on there. The valve stems are on the inside. And it looks like, I don't know how they welded this up to the rim. So I'm sure a manufacturer did that, or maybe some old farmer did that. Just I don't know. It's not a high-speed wheel, so let's see. That's how they're supposed to look, right? There's the holes for the inside, where the brakes are and the hub and all that. I think they just put a new rim on it. Probably wiped out the rim somehow, bent it or whatever. And see there how clean this is on the outside here. I might find one of those and clean that up someday. I don't know. That's not really for what I'm going to use it for. Don't know that I'm going to need that. So, last thing I needed was another project, but here I am, firing up another project. I'm getting tired of working on the house, so it's time to have a little bit of fun once in a while. I got the hood off today. That was a good goal. I got some stuff done in the house today. I got some stuff done out in town today. Bill pay, bank array, la 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 la. And I'm just starting to get woke up now. It's been raining outside since last night, so I haven't been able to do anything out there. I have stuff out in the truck. I got the blade for this out there. Got to get out of the truck and a whole bunch of arms and what have you. So you can see the back. This right here is for it's a one-way drive. So the way it was explained is that the brush hog is so big, got this big freaking inch plate arm underneath of it with a couple of little whirligig blades on the end of it. And I guess the problem is if you come to the end of a row and you may even kick the thing into neutral or step on the clutch or whatever, it's going to keep going because the centrifugal force of that blade in the brush hog will drive the whole drivetrain without that on there. I mean, you can kill the power from the motor in here to the clutch, but that's in between here and here. This side will keep going because of the centrifugal force of the blade on that brush hog and keep turning the axle. So that basically kicks it into neutral. When it keeps spinning, then this is spinning. If it was attached to the PTO that's on the inside here, then the tires would keep going. Here's the, this is a downforce lever only. It does raise the back, but you can't set it at a certain height. It's either going up or you're adding a lot more down pressure to it. So basically it stays up there all the time unless you're working, and then you bring it down. The 8N has a switch over here, and you can turn this on so that you can, say you're pushing dirt backwards with a bucket, a drag bucket they call it. You can raise this up to a certain height, and it'll hold it to that height. So if like you're backfilling with the blade, you're pushing, say you got a mound of dirt and you only want to lay an inch, spread an inch out to an inch thick, you can use this to do it. This one won't do that. It's all downforce for plows, I guess, and the blade and everything else. How much downforce is putting on it. So I could buy, I saw an old 8N tractor, $300. I mean, it was just gutted parts, didn't have a lot of stuff on it. The seat was gone, yada, yada, yada. But hey, guess what? This part right here switches out. And inside the 8N, there's a hydraulic pump. And that's what makes this work. And I'll have to check into it, but there might be another model where it'll add hydraulics to the back. So if I want to put something on the back that requires even more hydraulics, and probably another switch or an off-on switch, yeah, that's possible too, like a sprayer. Who knows? I'm learning a little bit at a time. A lot of fun though. So this is what I got to take this all off here. All these little bolts. And yeah, pop that head off of there. I already got the new gasket for it. I might get new bolts for it too, but I don't know. I'm not a purist. We'll see how easy it comes apart, how dirty it is inside. And so far, I mean, a head gasket's like $17 for the thing. I don't know how much the oil is, but I'm sure that's cheap too because it's just standard old 30 weight engine oil, I'm sure. As old as this tractor is, it could probably run on tar if you get it warm enough. But that's it. Project 899 started. I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, and this configuration right here is what had me puzzled. All the 9 ends have a pin right here that goes through the shaft and just goes straight in like a bolt. There's no nut on the other side. This one has a keyway. So this must have been this pin and this arm maybe were probably switched out at one time because it got bent. I don't know. Hard to say. It's so old. It's been swapped, and they got nice new aluminum radiators for them and all kinds of high-tech stuff for old tractors. But I'm going to keep it simple. Anyway, that's it. Bye again.